Hi, I've got a really pretty, clean and simple card to share with you, and this is for one of those occasions when you just need a really quick card. This is it. We're going to be using the Hope Your Day is Wonderful sentiment. That's one of our mini expressions. The tiled background, and this is a great background to use with so many different things, and we're just going to keep it nice and elegant for this one. And speaking of elegant, we have the Elegant Flower Trio, and we're going to be using the rose in this particular card. So I'm going to start out with just a piece of coconut white card, and I've got some peacock feathers and some salty ocean. So what I'm going to do is just take a bit and put it right to my craft mat. Ooh, try that again. With both colors. Okay. I'm going to spritz it, get it a little wet, and we're going to go in and just sort of mop it up a bit with our card. Okay. So this is just the first application. So what you want to do is just dry it. Give it a quick dry. Okay. And it doesn't have to be perfectly dry, but you just want to have a little bit of it dry. Now I personally almost always take and start over so I don't get so much of the blending of the colors, but it's personal preference. So here's your peacock feathers, here's your salty ocean. And put a little bit of both on there. Spray, and we're going to go back in, pick up some more, just sort of move it around so you can see different colors. You can get those corners, a little bit into the corner down here if you like. Give it a quick heat set. And you can keep doing this as many times as you like. In fact, this one's still got a bit of dry area, so I'm just going to add a little bit more to that, and we're going to do it one more time just to get some really intense color on that. And every single time you do it, it's going to look completely different, which is kind of the fun of it. And heat set. There we go. So I'm happy with that, but I've got one I've done earlier, so we'll just pop this to the side and we'll do a quick cleanup here. And I've got this one I've done a little bit earlier. Now, the other thing that looks really nice on this, I'm going to move this to the side. I've got a gold paint pen. Let's get it started. And I'm going to take, let's take a ruler and just splatter it. And add little bits of splatter onto the background. And that really does give a nice look to it. And it'll pick it up in the highlights when you sort of move the card around. So I'm going to set that to the side, let that dry. We'll come back to that. So I've gone ahead and I've cut the tiled background. Now this one has a backing piece and your piece that you can cut into the card, so I've used them both. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that onto that. And just have a really soft vellum background to that, which I love. But I thought what I'll do is I'll raise up the center section. So I've cut a few more of these, and I'll show you what I've done. I've just taken my scissors, and I've gone ahead and cut this along the edge to take the sides off. Okay? And you can use a paper cutter if you prefer. Just like that. In fact, let's trim that a little more even. There we go. And I can put this, I've got two of them already done. Just going to pop those over the top. Line that up. There we go. And add that to the background. Just to give a little more dimension right there. There we go. I'm going to bring over my background. I'm going to go ahead and put that piece on. That gold should be nice and dry by now. Pop that into place. Those colors are so pretty together. And I think I will just use a little bit of Dry's Clear glue on the back of this. And I'm going to just keep it where the frame is. You don't want to get it where the vellum is. That will show through. Put a little bit here. Anywhere you've got the cardstock. Move it around. like that. That should be enough. I'm going to just pop it on right about like that. Give that a second. Now I've gone ahead and I've cut the rose from the Elegant Flower Trio out of antique gold, so it kind of picks up the gold in the background, and used a white backing for it. And it's very stylized. I think this rose is absolutely beautiful. All the flowers are so pretty. But I love the way you've got the thick and the thin lines with this, so it really gives it a nice look. Get that lined up nice and straight. And I've got a little bit of mounting foam on the back, so I'll peel off the bits. There we go. And we are going to put that just to the side of that. Kind of just right off the side of that. And I've done the Hope Your Day is Wonderful out of gold and white, and I'm going to use, rather than the white as the shadow, I'm going to use it as the top piece and use the gold as the shadow on this one. So I've got two of these put together. It gives it a little bit of dimension. I use that offset gold there. There again, tying in a little bit of that gold from our card. And pop that right to the side here. How quick and easy is that? And I just love that these backgrounds you can do ahead of time, pick them up as you need them, put them into a nice quick card, and I just think that's such a pretty card. Less is more, as they say. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and we have so many more on our YouTube channel. I've joined Instagram, so you can look at my page at Sue Wilson Crafter too.